And on any issue, like literally, the earth being round, birds are real, like literally name a thing. Name your desk. So there are people that don't agree on something. The grass is green, the sky is blue. There are people who think that that's a conspiracy, think it's wrong. It's everything, every single thing. That's why the internet sucks now. The internet literally sucks now. Good morning, my neighbors. Oh, that's diabolical, dude. Where is this? I can't tell if this is like Denver or somewhere over in Kazakhstan. I don't know. Maybe Siberia. Regardless, I don't care where you are. If you're doing that, you're a menace. Shame on you. Stop it.
That is Robocop.
Murphy had a wife and son. What happened?
Oh!
Not LSU.
Oh no, dude.
Yo, what is that? What? Ooh, that's crazy work.
All right, you know what? Some people's hairlines are back, okay? Give her a break. Just let's move on. That is Robocop's daughter, yes. This was real life from 2020 to 2024.
What concerns do you have about Vice President Harris's ability to beat Donald Trump if she were at the top of the ticket?
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there.
That was literally real life. After they pumped him full of methamphetamines, try to get his debate performance up to par. I mean, it was literally real life. And they were telling you that it wasn't real life. That was the best part. Me watching COVIDians who supported mask and jab mandates now posting about resisting tyranny. We already went over it. They can't see this. Self-awareness is zero. The two brain cells clashing around in their brains, it ain't computing. Me in high school during gym. No. You're one of those people, huh? What, did you not want to shower afterwards? Were you unathletic? What was the deal? Because there's always like a group of three. It was usually like three girls, like the three stoner girls. If it was you and you weren't a stoner girl, apologies. But stereotypically, that's who it was. It was those girls who were like just bad girls. They wore the Cookie Monster pajamas, stuff like that. You know exactly who I'm talking about. And they never dressed up for a gym. So just do the gym class. It's fun. It's fun. Why? Why? Hey! Oh, geez. Oh, can you imagine that smell too? It's like all these Instagram people trying to get cute with their hair stuff. I've seen a lot of the fire stuff with hair on Instagram. Just stop, dude. When people sign change.org petitions.
All right, everyone. We just got 1 million signatures on our petition. Let's take it to the company and make them change. There you go, Mr. CEO. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's cool, man.
What are you going to do about it?
Nothing.
But this is 1 million signatures.
Oh, go get 50 million. I don't give a
See, you know, this is just like out there protesting. The right to assemble and go and protest, right? I've said this many times. It does nothing. You can do that. It makes you feel important. It makes you feel like you're participating. You can sign the petition. It does nothing. It does nothing. It's just a symbolic waste of energy, waste of time. Unforgettable return home to my family after 1.5 years away. Oh, geez, you just took out that kid. Wow. You absolutely destroyed that kid. I know you're excited. I know you're happy to be home. Your family's excited to see you too, but just wait. Don't take out the kids.
Feel somebody that's with me. They follow me. I feel them inside my body. When they do that, I can't talk. I can't move. I feel like I'm talking and moving, but nobody seems to hear me.
You have to go to a doctor. Nobody does that. Nobody has anybody inside of them. No. You have to go to a doctor. You have a problem, and I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist.
You know, point for Sylvia here. That's fantastic that she didn't indulge in this and was like, no. You might have a severe mental health problem. So I like to see it. You know, we criticize her a lot on this channel. A lot of funny clips from the past. But yeah, here's a good one. Andrew Schultz humbled over trans men and women.
don't care if some trans person wants me to call them a woman. Like, I'm gonna call you a woman. I'm not gonna like put my foot down about it. I don't
Andrew,
give
if I told you right now, call me daddy. Would you call me daddy?
No,
Why not?
because
Call
you're
me
not my
daddy,
dad.
Andrew.
But you're not my dad.
But I want you to call me.
No.
I view myself as your daddy.
Well, but you're not my dad.
But you're right. She's not a man.
But if you want
she's
me,
not a woman.
But if
she's
you
a
wanted
man.
me to call you son, I would call you son.
Yeah, I get what you're doing here. You're having fun with it, right?
No, I'm not. It doesn't affect me at all. Calling you daddy
son-
insults my dad.
Yeah, but
But,
calling you ma'am insults my intelligence. It insults science. It insults facts. It insults, an actual. You were born a man. You want me to call you a woman because it hurts your feelings?
I used to think the same way as Andrew Schultz. Like, it's whatever. The libertarian mindset, right? The more over the years that I've seen this nonsense go on, it is time to put feet down. It's time to take a stance and end this nonsense. Things just keep shifting further and further. Culture run amok, culture in decay, the West in general in decay. So it's time for everyone to say enough is enough. Prank in 1998, rapper in 2025. You have to correct that. Now, all of the rappers are country music artists. It's hilarious, I know. Let's change that. Prank in 1998 to country music artist in 2025. I've fixed it. When you're on your way to the No Kings March, but mom's got to get your Lunchables for school Monday. Yeah, this was a fraction of those people. And then the other, like 90% of it was this old liberal white people. Like almost predominantly the whole thing. So I'm this old. It's always good to bring this one up. A lot of variations of this. Indian in the Cupboard. Classic movie. If you've never seen it, show it to your kids. Great movie. You know what? Speaking of, I should take my own advice. I'm going to show this to our kids here soon. Me refusing to affirm your delusions is not a form of violence. We have to reiterate that over and over and over and over and over and over again because it is delusion. It is mental illness. We are not going to play along. Okay? Sorry, that's what love is. Love is telling the hard truth. The hard truth is you are not a woman. You're not. Okay? You can dress up and pretend and whatever, but don't force us to participate. That's the whole thing. And stay away from the kids. This dude's name is definitely on a watch list somewhere.
It's presumed to be 14 in boys and 12 in girls. Tom, what is the age of consent?
Okay. Well, if you're Muslim and you follow Sharia law, then that's true. That's not even smearing Muslims. That's just a fact. Sadly. But who else Gmail suddenly no longer has any storage?
How many people's Gmail suddenly don't have storage? How many people's Gmails of 10, 15, 20 years suddenly don't have storage anymore? And now you have to subscribe to get more storage. Such a coincidence, right? All of us suddenly not having enough storage, all of us reaching our limit. We need to push back on subscription culture. Cancel your subscriptions.
I'm with her. And I think I just saw like Disney is going from $80 to 120, something like that. I could be wrong there. Then you have Disney fighting with YouTube TV. They got rid of their channels, ESPN, Disney, all that stuff. ABC, they're going to be up in their prices. Netflix up in their prices. Everyone's up in their prices. And now it's like these, it's not even just voluntary streaming services. It's Gmail. You almost have to have an email in 2025. You really have to. I mean, going back decades, you had to have an email. But you have to have an email. And now you're just suddenly running out of storage. And this happened to me too. I've gotten that email a few times. I went and deleted everything. Start canceling stuff. Let's live without streaming services. Let's just start canceling. Greeting players on the opposite fairway after slicing your drive into them.
Hi.
I always laugh at the people too. And I don't say it's like, hey, how you doing? Sorry, I almost hit you there. It happens. Do you ever look at the On This Day on Facebook and see all your old posts and think to yourself, what the F was wrong with me? Yeah, I deleted my personal Facebook account like a long time ago, 2015 maybe. And I remember going through old posts, be like, whoa. Yeah, that would get me canceled. That is, You know, he said some dumb stuff. Kamala Harris says Gen Z is afraid to have kids because of climate anxiety.
They're experiencing what they've coined climate anxiety, which is their fear that because of changing in extreme weather, that the future of their lives is very much at stake. My goddaughter, who's a junior in college right now, was crying to me just 2 days ago, worried about what is the world going to be for me, Auntie, she said, when I want to have kids. Should I even be thinking about having children? That's on top of unaffordable, you know, not for her, but for so many in that generation. They don't aspire to own a home. They don't believe it's within their reach.
That's too bad. Too bad you can't do much about anything because you lost pretty badly. And very sad, by the way. Very sad to hear about young kids that get fear-mongered to by these politicians, and it dictates their lives, how they feel. I don't want to have kids because I'm scared of the glaciers. Come on, like, hold on. Let's look at some objective reality here, some objective data. Maybe what they're saying isn't the full truth. Maybe climate change has been happening for millions of years. Before there were SUVs, before we were burning fossil fuel. Maybe the data says that. I'm marching in a No Kings rally. Yeah. It's a real Barbie. The hell? Lay's reveals 42% of their customers didn't know their chips were made from potatoes. See, there's something that you shouldn't be able to buy with EBT. Chips. EBT shouldn't have chips, pop, candy. Like, it's absolute insanity that was ever allowed. But Big Food, they have a lot of lobbyists out there still campaigning to keep their ability to buy this stuff with EBT. Otherwise, they'll lose a lot of money. A lot of profits gone for these companies.
Oh my gosh. Why would you wear sweatpants? Why is everybody wearing sweatpants to court? It's felony court. You're not going to the gym. This is grown-up court where people go to prison. Spit your gum out in that trash can over there. How old are you? I'm 22. 22. You need to grow up, Miss Johnny. You don't come in here smacking gum dressed like that.
That's phenomenal.
Stand up straight. You okay this morning? Ma'am, if I test you, what are you going to have in your system? Nothing? Okay, have a seat in the jury box and we'll make sure of that first. Sir, you tested negative. Are you sleepy or what's going on this morning? Okay, well, it's very important, obviously, that you look at me, engage with me, answer where I can hear you, because I'm going to assume some other things if you don't, okay? All right. When you're ordered not to have contact with someone, it's for a reason. You cannot have contact, period, because if you do, you will go to prison, and you're not going to see your child from prison. So are you willing to not ever see your child over a man? No. Okay, then start acting like that. Do you understand?
Yeah, this is good. This is better than Judge Judy. This is like real court. Judge Judy, I feel like it's pretty staged. People tell their stories afterwards about how they like finagled their way on there, and they gamed the system. They sued a friend and got money. You know, you've heard the stories. This is real. This is real. I could watch this all day. Props to this judge, by the way. Grow up, girl. Grow up.
Idiots.